more than 70 years, stories of UFO sightings have gotten around much faster than those unidentified objects themselves.
Yeah, well, Jason Swing says he recorded video of a cigar-shaped object flying right over Lake Norman. You see it here. And
then all of a sudden, bam, what is that?
Imagine a quiet night suddenly interrupted by a flash of light. A mysterious cigar-shaped object streaks across the sky, leaving onlookers in awe. In an instant, it's gone, but not before an eyewitness captures it all on camera. What was this strange phenomenon that defied explanation? Why have sightings like this left experts baffled and the world on edge? Join us as we dive into this mystery. An eyewitness captured a cigar-shaped UFO on camera. What happened next is still unexplained. Lucca's Cigar UFO. On February 18, 2024, people in the town of Lucca, Italy, spotted a mysterious cylindrical object drifting through the sky. For a while, it went unnoticed by most, but luck was on the side of one individual who managed to snap a photo of it. This strange sight quickly earned the nickname Cigar UFO because of its shape. It hovered above a building for quite some time, sparking a flurry of speculation among locals. Some wonder if it could be a sign of visitors from another world, while others think it might be a piece of secret technology, possibly from the US or even the Italian government. It's hard to imagine how such a thing could be real, but the mystery continues to intrigue many. The Russian Factory UFO. This cigar-shaped UFO video captured in Russia is hands down one of the most spine-chilling ones out there. The footage captures the UFO hovering carelessly near a factory, almost as if it's making itself at home. While some might suggest it's an advanced military aircraft, let's face it, sneaking into Russian airspace without being detected is incredibly challenging. The tension ramps up when something inside the factory seems to spot the UFO. Almost immediately, the object is hurriedly escorted away. This begs a crucial question. What's happening inside that factory that makes them so anxious about a UFO's presence? Could there be something so secretive that they'd go to such lengths to chase away a potential extraterrestrial visitor? This strange Russian sighting serves as a stark reminder of the mysteries that not only hover in the skies, but also lie hidden behind locked doors. LaGuardia Disc. This is one of the most recent sightings on the list. In March 2024, Michelle Reyes was on a commercial flight above New York's LaGuardia Airport. She was casually recording a video of the New York skyline, like many travelers do as their plane gets ready to land, when she suddenly spotted something very unusual. She saw a mysterious, eerie-looking black disc-like object zooming past her plane from right to left. The dark object was traveling at roughly 2,500 feet above ground level and was relatively close to the plane. The motion was incredibly quick, but if you pause the footage, you can see that this UFO was neither a drone nor any manned aircraft that we know of. Even because the plane and the UFO were moving in opposite directions, it still seemed like the UFO was moving at tremendous speeds, like a fighter jet. No man-made drone can achieve such speed while flying. After recording the footage, Michelle Reyes immediately emailed the Federal Aviation Administration to let them know what she saw. But even the FAA is still clueless as to what the mysterious black disc was. This is also not the first time that a UFO was seen flying near an airport. The English UFO. The English UFO sighting might just be the clearest footage of the famous cigar-shaped UFO ever spotted. After numerous sightings of this mysterious object not only in the UK but also in Spain, one dedicated person finally managed to capture the UFO on camera as it flew over his backyard. Thanks to his high-quality camera, we can see incredible details. This video helps us finally put to rest any doubts that the cigar-shaped UFO was just a product of clever editing. In the footage, the cylindrical craft flies around for several minutes before it turns upright and begins its descent. That's when the video ends, but with the evidence we have, it's pretty convincing. A surprising sight. Imagine the surprise of sports fans in 1979 when UFOs decided to make an unexpected appearance at a major public event. During an NFL game between the Dallas Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers, 2 UFOs were caught on camera flying above the stadium, where 52,000 excited spectators were watching. The strange sight was seen by everyone in the crowd. Even the seasoned commentators who usually keep their cool were baffled.
Now what is that?
One commentator humorously noted, "It keeps saying, 'Take us to your leader.'" Some skeptics thought the objects might just be kites, but those who saw the UFOs argued that the objects were moving too quickly for that. A UFO sighting at a football game? Now that's a twist no one could have predicted. Mystery objects over Korean. 10 years ago, a video appeared online showing a strange, cylindrical object gliding smoothly over Korean, Ukraine. While many people filmed this curious sight, only one video ended up online. At first, some thought it might be a small plane towing a banner. However, the object didn't move like a plane and stayed too steady for that theory to hold up. It seemed to travel in a precise direction, almost as if it had a purpose or mission. This leaves us with a lot of questions. Perhaps it was just a Russian aircraft on patrol, but there's no telling for sure. UFO over Hungary. In this video from 2020, shot over Hungary, we get a close look at a strange, cylindrical object flying through the sky. Thanks to the sharp cameras on several drones, we can clearly see its journey. The object's shape, color, and design make it clear that it's neither a common gadget nor a typical aircraft. Unlike regular technology that leaves a trail of exhaust, this cigar-shaped object moved silently and without any visible emissions. Just like in a thrilling movie, it zoomed across the sky at incredible speed, made a sudden turn, and vanished from view. It really makes you wonder, how fast does something need to be to travel between galaxies? The painted disc. In this video, we have a real eye-catcher, a brightly colored UFO seen somewhere in the US. This UFO is not your typical flying saucer. It has a distinctive ring-shaped body with a curious cube right in the middle. Could that cube be the alien version of a cockpit? Things get even more intriguing when the UFO starts putting on a dazzling light show, flashing its lights in brilliant colors. It's almost like the UFO is trying to communicate or send signals to other UFOs nearby. After its spectacular display, the UFO even appears to land. But here's where it gets puzzling. The government hasn't said a word about it. Some people think this could be a government cover-up. If they are hiding something, they wouldn't want us to know, right? This colorful UFO sighting really gets the imagination going. While the silence from officials might stir up theories, we should keep in mind that there might be simpler explanations behind this mysterious event. The Vanishing Act. After reports about aliens emerged, more and more pilots have been coming forward with their own incredible stories of strange aircraft and mysterious objects they've encountered. Take a look at this video. It's truly mind-blowing. It's claimed that a pilot shot this footage with the camera mounted on the plane's fuselage. In the video, the UFO seems to be closely inspecting the plane, which is why it stays in view. Given how fast the plane was moving, it's amazing that the UFO could keep up. Then suddenly something strange happens. It appears the UFO created a distraction, allowing it to escape while being followed by what looks like other aliens. The UFO even goes invisible for a moment. Mysterious UFO during storm. In the small town of Florence, Massachusetts, a local resident took a series of photos showing a mysterious cigar-shaped object in the sky during a storm. At first, people thought it might be a blimp or a balloon. However, the object didn't move at all, even though the skies had cleared and there were 10 miles per hour winds. The strange object could be seen from around 8 p.m. to about 11 p.m. It reflected bright pink and red hues at sunset, but as night fell, it became harder to see. The witness described it as either two parts closely joined together or one single piece with noticeable ends. Despite attempts to capture it clearly on camera, the object stayed elusive. No other sightings of this strange object were reported that night. UFO spotted over Kansas. A new UFO sighting was caught on camera from an airplane soaring high above Kansas. This mysterious object crossed the path of a passenger flight, giving us a chance to compare its speed with that of the aircraft. While not all passengers had the opportunity to witness this strange sight, it's hard to believe it was a drone or some ordinary gadget. Perhaps it was a spy, but not one from Earth. This is likely the most intriguing UFO you have seen caught on camera. It floated effortlessly through the clouds as if it were a common occurrence. The people on the plane must have been terrified, and the person who filmed it was likely stunned. If we use some basic reasoning, it's clear this isn't an airship or a balloon. The object's shape resembles a double cone or the classic depiction of an alien spacecraft. We owe a big thanks to the passengers who kept their cool and captured this footage, providing us with daytime evidence of UFOs in the skies. Maybe they even have their own flight schedules. Alien interview. There's a curious video making waves online, claiming to show a secret interview with an extraterrestrial. In the footage, a U.S. official is seen questioning a strange being with an unusually long head. The alien remains eerily calm throughout the exchange, giving answers that are as puzzling as they are unsettling. It's that kind of conversation where you feel like you're hearing words, but you're not quite sure if they're actually answering the questions. The video lasts a full hour before it suddenly cuts off with a spooky noise. This abrupt ending leaves you on edge, wondering what happened next. Did the alien's friends come to rescue it, or was the sound part of a mysterious plan? The uncertainty is enough to give anyone the chills. Spaced out. Folks in New Jersey recently spotted something truly out of this world. A UFO just hovering above a house. It looked like it was scanning the area, and people even saw a strange, bright light coming from the bottom of the UFO. For a while, the UFO stayed perfectly still over one house, glowing brightly. Then, after a few seconds, the light started to fade, and the video ended abruptly. If this really was a UFO, could that bright light have been a door or hatch opening? Imagine if the light was a signal that whatever was inside the UFO was getting ready to explore our planet, or even more unsettling, to take someone with it. UFO Fleet. A new video has emerged, capturing what appears to be a series of UFOs flying in formation over Florida, almost like they're part of a cosmic parade. Understandably, this has caused quite a stir among viewers. However, many people are skeptical, suspecting that it might be a clever movie effect or some kind of visual trickery. It's rare enough to see just one UFO clearly, let alone a whole group of them. If aliens were really making such a grand entrance, you'd think it would dominate the news, right? But here's a twist. Scientists have encountered mysterious objects in the sky before, things they can't quite explain. While these sightings may not be definitive proof of aliens, they are indeed unexplained phenomena. The possibility of life elsewhere in the universe remains an open question. So what's the truth behind this video? Is it a hoax, a genuine UFO spectacle, or something entirely different? For those who believe in UFOs, this mystery is certainly worth pondering. Mysterious Craft. There's a fascinating legend about a colossal alien mothership, a massive, mysterious space station, but no one has ever admitted to seeing it for real. However, take a look at what a helicopter crew captured in the night sky. No matter how you interpret it, this object isn't something we've built ourselves. Some might suggest it's just an advanced airship, but the speed of this glowing craft far exceeds anything 20th century aircraft could achieve. Even the most advanced helicopters of today couldn't keep up with it. While it's tempting to think this might be a result of secret government experiments, it's not too far-fetched to consider it as proof that there might be other forms of life beyond our planet. Lockdown mystery. Picture yourself speeding down the highway and suddenly a strange, cylindrical object zooms by you in the sky, moving in the same direction as your car. This incredible event actually happened in Florida back in 2021. It was so unusual that most people didn't even notice it happening. Back then, many people were stuck at home due to lockdowns, which is probably why the story didn't get much attention. The few comments online about the mysterious blimp were mostly flat jokes, and the video received almost no response. While we were all cooped up in our apartments during the pandemic, it turns out that mysterious objects were darting around our skies, and we barely even noticed. Cosmic overload. Back in 2013, a passenger on a flight over Atlanta filmed a strange group of bright orbs in the sky. Despite nearly 10 years having gone by since the video was first shared, no one has been able to prove it's a fake. The three orbs moved peculiarly, almost as if they were following a set route. Some folks suggested it might be ball lightning, but that's a very rare occurrence and doesn't match what's seen in the video. It also wasn't a drone show because the orbs were way above the clouds, So in the end, it's a mysterious UFO video that has kept people guessing ever since it appeared. Slow departure, fast escape. In 2009, a man reported seeing a UFO drifting across the skies of Italy, but his claim wasn't taken seriously at the time. It wasn't until a video surfaced 10 years later that people began to pay attention. In the footage, the UFO appears to move slowly above the landscape, almost like a confused traveler searching for its way home. As the UFO slowly disappears behind some trees, the person filming manages to capture its exit. We see the UFO briefly reappear from behind the branches before it suddenly zooms off. This sudden, fast departure suggests it might be from another world. When you take a closer look at the zoomed-in version of the video, it becomes clear that this object is unlike any aircraft we've built. Extraterrestrial autopsy. Roswell just can't seem to escape the limelight. Ever since that famous crash in 1947, rumors about alien life keep popping up, and the latest evidence is pretty strange. Some leaked video, allegedly from military doctors, shows an autopsy being done on a being that's definitely not human. The footage shows these doctors examining a deceased creature that's unlike anything we've ever seen, trying to figure out what makes it tick and if it had any kind of life force. The official line from the government is that it's all part of scientific research, but for the locals around Roswell, who claim to have been seeing aliens for years, this new video just adds fuel to the fire. They believe the government might be hiding something big. The conspiracy theories continue to thrive. A cosmic enigma. In early March 2024, a mysterious object was spotted drifting across the skies of western Oklahoma City, sparking widespread intrigue and speculation. The sighting was captured on video and quickly gained traction on TikTok. Observers described the object as a white, slow-moving entity that appeared to separate from itself. It was deemed too slow for a shooting star and displayed an unusual motion, prompting curiosity about its true nature. An aerospace expert suggested the object resembled the central stage of a rocket with booster separation staging, possibly a new blast of oxidized propellant. However, this theory was met with skepticism. A local astronomer examined the footage and noted two bright spots, suggesting it could be a military flight from a secret Air Force base launch. Despite contacting several Space Force and Air Force bases, no definitive explanation has been provided. As the mystery lingers, experts encourage people to keep looking up, suggesting that the skies over Oklahoma City might hold more surprises. The mysterious sighting continues to fuel discussions, reminding us of the vast unknowns that still exist in our world and beyond. Aguadilla mystery. This strange incident took place in Aguadilla, a city in Puerto Rico. It happened in April 2013 over Rafael Hernandez Airport and was captured by a Customs and Border Protection aircraft. The footage, which is both fascinating and eerie, shows a sphere-like object zipping around with incredible speed and agility. The forward-looking infrared camera had a tough time keeping up with it because it was moving so fast and changing direction so quickly. First, the mysterious sphere darted over the airport, then it swooped over roads and commercial buildings. The military personnel who recorded the footage were baffled. They said the UFO moved in ways that no known aircraft or natural phenomenon could explain. They also noted that it was much smaller than an aircraft, so they speculated that it might be an alien probe sent to check out the airport area. The CBP aircraft tracked this bizarre sphere for over 10 minutes. During this time, it gradually moved toward the ocean. Things got even stranger when the sphere suddenly dived into the water. When it re-emerged, it had split into two separate UFOs, both traveling at the same speed. These two UFOs then plunged back into the water and disappeared for good. The military personnel were left stunned and frightened by what they had seen. To make things even more mysterious, similar metallic spheres have been reportedly spotted over U.S. military bases. The whole incident has left many questions unanswered and continues to puzzle experts and enthusiasts alike. The Popocatépetl Dive. The Popocatépetl volcano in Mexico is known for its high activity and constant monitoring. In 2020, surveillance cameras caught something incredible. A white, cylindrical object zoomed past the volcano and then plunged into its cone. This happened when most people were safely at home, which was fortunate because the UFO's sudden entry seemed to trigger the volcano. Now, even if we set aside the wild idea that a UFO really did fly into a volcano, it's puzzling why it would choose to dive into such a fiery place. Some speculate that it might have been a sneaky move by the US to make the volcano erupt. If that theory holds any water, they certainly pulled it off with impressive results. Baghdad Phantom. The sighting known as the Baghdad Phantom took place in Baghdad, Iraq, a region that was an active conflict zone at the time. On May 14, 2022, the U.S. Air Force captured 6 classified images using a Reaper drone equipped with a thermal camera. These images were taken north of Baghdad and later released by filmmaker and ufologist Jeremy Corbell, who had previously leaked the jellyfish UFO video at the start of 2024. The images, visible only in the thermal spectrum, showed a mysterious object that appeared to have a payload, something considered significant and potentially dangerous. When the images were put together, they revealed a disc-like object moving rapidly from left to right. Unlike conventional fast-moving crafts that use rockets or engines and thus generate heat, this object appeared colder than its surroundings. This suggests it wasn't a rocket, but rather a craft using highly advanced technology. The object's movement was similar to the UFO footage seen over LaGuardia Airport in 2024, with both discs showing a striking similarity despite being observed 2 years apart near sensitive national and military airspaces. This raises the question, was this the same UFO alleged to be monitoring American military activity? The U.S. military labeled this disc as an unidentified aerial phenomenon, or UAP, Mysterious Craft of Kumash. In 2008, residents in Turkey were startled when they saw a massive UFO soaring above their town of Kumash. One observer even managed to get a closer shot of the mysterious craft. Although the footage is somewhat blurry, it's clear that the object is indeed a UFO. You can just about make out the hull of the craft, and with some zooming in, its interior lights up, giving us a glimpse of something inside. Even though we can't fully see what's inside, the visible illumination suggests there was something significant on board, which might explain why the UFO quickly darted out of sight, into the unknown. In 2004, a remarkable UFO sighting was captured on film from a Navy fighter jet stationed aboard the nuclear aircraft carrier USS Nimitz. The footage was recorded using a cutting-edge targeting system known as a forward-looking infrared pod, which boasts some of the most sophisticated sensors and tracking technology available. The UFO, an elongated object, was spotted at an impressive altitude of nearly 20,000 feet. Unlike ordinary aircraft, the UFO didn't emit any smoke or exhaust, which is typical for conventional flying machines. The fighter jet itself was zipping through the skies at about 250 knots, or nearly 300 miles per hour. Despite the jet's high speed, the UFO appeared to be moving at an equally astonishing pace. The pilot made repeated attempts to adjust the tracking settings to get a clearer picture of the UFO, but without success. After approximately a minute and a half of monitoring, the UFO suddenly shot off to the left at an extraordinary speed, quickly disappearing from the sensor's view. The fighter jet lost sight of it, leaving the question: were the aliens aware of the jet's tracking efforts, and were they deliberately evading capture? Now it's time for today's subscriber pick. In the sleepy town of Riverton, an eyewitness captured a cigar-shaped UFO on camera, and what happened next is still unexplained. On a crisp autumn evening, Emma Collins, an amateur photographer, was out for a walk when she spotted a gleaming cigar-shaped object hovering in the sky. With her camera at the ready, she snapped a series of photos before the object darted away with an astonishing burst of speed. The town buzzed with excitement when Emma shared the images. Experts were baffled. No known aircraft matched the description, and weather balloons or drones were ruled out. As rumors of government cover-ups began to swirl, Emma's photos became a media sensation. Weeks later, Emma received a mysterious package at her doorstep. Inside was a single, unmarked USB drive. Despite numerous attempts to decode its contents, the drive remained a cipher, displaying only static. Was it a hoax? Or was there something more sinister at play? Emma couldn't shake the question that haunted her. What did that USB drive contain? And why was she the only one who had it? Brazil's fiery creature. A mysterious flying creature was spotted over Brazil and captured on camera by an eyewitness. At first glance, it seemed like a person in a suit with a jetpack. But something extraordinary suddenly happened. Flames burst out of the creature or object and it vanished in an instant, speeding away over the mountains. We're left in awe, wondering what kind of incredible technology could allow for such swift movement through the sky. Could it be a person or something entirely different? The glowing ring in the misty sky certainly looks like the bottom of a spaceship preparing to land, doesn't it? Mysterious triangle. A Brazilian man was out running errands when he noticed something odd in the sky. A huge triangle. At first, he thought it was just an unusually shaped cloud, but as he kept filming, it became clear that this wasn't some misty formation. So, what was it? Theories are flying around, and conspiracy enthusiasts are having a blast with this one. Some believe it could be a super-advanced craft created by one of Brazil's rival nations, designed to be stealthy and undetectable by radar. Others are sure it's an alien spaceship, perhaps on a mission to explore Earth. Campers' scare. Recently, campers had quite a scare when they spotted a mysterious black orb streaking across the night sky. They're convinced it's an alien spaceship out for a joyride. This sighting isn't an isolated incident. Reports of these strange round UFOs have been popping up more frequently, making people sit up and take notice. Some folks are even pointing fingers at the government, suggesting that this could be a top-secret, high-tech craft designed to blend in with the night sky. Imagine a high-tech camouflage that makes the craft nearly invisible while it secretly spies on enemy bases. It's like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. Japan's flying saucer. In Kasukabe, Japan, something truly astonishing unfolded. A gleaming, saucer-shaped UFO appeared high above a bustling highway. Cars came to a halt as drivers and passengers alike were spellbound by the sight. A flying saucer hovering over a busy road. Now that's something you don't see every day. For the people of Japan, it was like getting front-row tickets to a spectacular cosmic event. It's hard not to wonder what other incredible sights might be taking place up there. Flight puzzle. In 2014, Malaysian Airlines Flight 370 took off for Beijing, but vanished without a trace before it could reach its destination. 10 years later, the mystery remains unsolved. Now, some truly wild footage has surfaced, offering an unexpected twist. The video suggests that Flight 370 might have encountered a series of strange, glowing orbs zooming around its tail. The plane seems to keep flying along, seemingly unaware of what's happening, until, as it reaches the clouds, there's a sudden flash and it disappears. Many people are now speculating that this could be evidence that the entire flight was taken by aliens. It's a chilling theory that adds a whole new level of mystery to an already baffling case. What do you think is really behind these mysterious encounters? Let us know your opinion in the comments below.